There we are, that's the sunrise over there somewhere. It's a little bit higher in the sky. I've missed the main one. Beautiful out here this morning. I've overdressed. The house was freezing, so I thought, oh, I'll put on some warm clothes so that I won't get cold when I walk the dog. And 30 seconds out the door, I'm like toasty, but I'd rather be toasty than freezing cold. I've only ever been cold in these woods once, and it's miserable when you're doing a 5 or 6 mile walk with a dog and you're cold. So yesterday I did a meet-up with a group of designers, and we were talking about well-being and how people felt about it. And it was very interesting because I think a lot of the people were UX designers and they're designing apps. And a lot of it is built around soft touches, about meditation. And I've never been able to do meditation. I did a number of years of yoga as part of my karate practice. My sensei did yoga as part of us becoming more mobile, having a Zen way of looking at our training. But I didn't really enjoy it. It's just not my thing. I like hard training. If you said to me the difference, you know, what do you want to go to? Do you want to do yoga, or would you like to do a CrossFit class? It's no brainer really. The CrossFit class all day long, 100 times out of 100. I don't mind doing yoga and mobility as a warm-up or as a cool-down, but it doesn't work for me as my main warm-up, and it doesn't work as my main source of exercise. So it was an interesting one where they're talking about apps for health and fitness, and I've never found many of them worked for me. I don't know why they didn't work. I think it's because the app is, I mean, I joined a top guy's app, and I've read his books, and the app program that I was paying $30 a month for was identical to his book. Now, he is somebody who competed in the Mr. Olympia. I'm not, so why would that workout have any relevance to me at all? And when I put in all of my injuries, he gave me exactly the same workout, and it was no different from a mate of mine who had said, so there was no bespokeness about it at all, even though it's meant to be bespoke. And I'm not saying it has to be massively bespoke, because I understand if you're paying for personal online coach, you're going to pay a lot more. But even saying that, years ago I had an online coach. I think the sign-up fee was about $1,500, and then it was $1,000 a month. And he gave me one of his off-the-shelf workouts to start with, and I was just like, why am I paying for this? Why am I paying for this? This is something I can get for, at the time, $200, and you've just charged me the equivalent of $2,500 for the same workout. So I've got a thing about online people. Unless they really are doing their job, they're not doing their job, and you're being conned. So what I think it is that I think that we do need some kind of mental strength training, resiliency. And one of the big things that came out of this meetup that I had yesterday was I was talking to them about, I feel that, you know, if you look at something like Formula One racing, they when you know the Formula One guys drive around a track, they know exactly what the parameters are of that track. They have telemetry data, and they use that data to improve their lap times. Now, they're doing the same laps, I don't know, hundreds of times, both in practice, in qualifying, and then finally the race. Now, your life, for most of us, pretty much resembles a track every day. You know exactly what your day looks like. So you're going round and round in your life, repeating the same pattern all the time. Now, because of that, you know that if it's a bad day, you could put some wet weather tyres on, and those wet weather tyres will help you circumnavigate your life in a better way. If it's all of a sudden looking real plain sailing, you could put some slicks on and go a bit faster. Now, it's probably understanding what the parameters are and understanding your telemetry data. Now, this is why, for me, I've always kept my heart rate. I look at my heart rate every morning. I wake up and my heart rate's 52. Okay. I'm in an optimal state, I don't feel tired, I'm ready to go. Now I know, because my heart rate's in a pretty optimal space, that I'm likely to be able to do a really good workout that day. Let's say I've done a really, really hard workout 3 days in a row, and I wake up and my heart rate's 65. Well, there it is. It's 13 beats above normal. Something's not quite right. So what I would probably do is say that my body is under some kind of stress and I would take a day off. What happens if I wake up and it's 85? Well, that's a stormy day. So my heart rate now is 33 beats above where it normally is. I'm ill, right? I may not feel ill, I may feel kind of pretty good, but internally something is going on that has sped my heart up. My body temperature is probably up as well. And it's telling me that there's something wrong. And what I've got to do is listen to that and adapt my training to cope with that changing situation. Now, this is me, this isn't you. But what I'm saying to you is treat yourself as an experiment. And then as the experiment works through, you can turn around and decide how to adjust to get the best results for you. And only you know you in your real life.